Superintendent Billy?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Clark and members of the board. I do have several items for your consideration under letter A, personnel professional. Number 1, reduction in force as listed. Number 2, resignations, letters A through G. Number 3, unpaid leave of absence, letter A. Number 4, employment, letters A through, I'll go over a couple pages. H. Letter I, new continuing teacher contracts as listed. J, recommend approval of the supplemental contracts for extended service days for the 2024-2025 school year per FCTA contract, section 6.08. Letter K, recommend approval of the supplemental contracts for co-curricular placements for the 24-25 school year per FCTA contract, section 6.07. Letter L, recommend approval of 10 extended service days for school psychologist Ray So for the 24-25 school year. Letter M, secondary summer school teacher 23-24. Letter N, extracurriculars 2023-2024 as listed. I would like to draw your attention to page 2, number 4, letter A. During our last board meeting, the board accepted the resignation of Dr. Rice as he will be leaving us to serve as the superintendent of the Ross Local School District. This evening, I'm proud to recommend Kim Howard to you as the next assistant superintendent of the Fairfield City School District. Once again, Kim is one of our own. She graduated from Fairfield Senior High School quite some time ago. Chose to stay in our community and raised her kids here and has dedicated her entire career to the students and families of our community. So pending your approval this evening, Kim will begin working in her new role on July 1st, 2024. That concludes the items that I have for your consideration under personnel professional.
Motion to accept recommendations.
So moved.
Ms. Gundrum?
Second.
Mr. Napier? Ms. Lane, would you call roll?
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mr. Napier?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
And at this time, Mrs. Howard will be covering the items listed under personnel support.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Clark, members of the board, I have several items for your consideration this evening under personnel support. Number 1, reduction in force, letters A through R. Number 2, resignations, letters A through H. Number 3, unpaid leaves of absence, letters A and B. Number 4, employment, letter A. And number 5, correction, letter A. And that concludes all the items I have for your consideration this evening under personnel support.
Motion to accept recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Napier and Ms. Gundrum? Nancy, would you call roll? Ms. Lane?
Mr. Napier?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.